Hey guys, Pastor Tommy here, lead pastor at New Hope Presbyterian Church with your weekly update. So today is January 21st, and yesterday, Joe Biden was inaugurated as President of the United States. And they were so worried that someone was going to try something crazy, or that I think that no one would show up, that 26,000 National Guard were there to make sure nothing happened. And guess what? Nothing happened. So what does that mean for us? Well, that means, number one, we go back to praying for our leaders, like the Bible says. We go back to submitting to government authorities and all of this kind of thing. But also what that means is we get to go back to just enjoying this COVID life. Isn't that awesome? In fact, I am filming now from my office because I wanted you to have the same view that our staff get every week, that our elders get. It's the Zoom meetings. So this week's update is pretty simple, is that at 3 o'clock this coming Sunday is our annual congregational meeting, and it will be via Zoom. And so a couple things you need to know about that. First of all, if you want the information for the Zoom link, the number and the password, if you go to the Loop, it's our email newsletter, and the latest version of that, at the top of the Loop, you'll see a link that says Zoom link. Now, if you don't, for some reason, don't get the newsletter, I'm guessing you're not watching this video either, so it's really not a big deal. But if you happen to be someone who watches the videos but don't get the newsletter, and you are a member and you want to participate in the meeting, you could probably email hello@newhopekent.org and just request that information, and we will do our best to get it to you. So that's 3 o'clock. You can get the information from the Loop. There's another thing. If you have more than one member in your family, if you want to vote, each person ideally needs to be on their own device. So that means I would be on my computer and Judy might be on her phone, and why is that? Is because the way Zoom works is you get to actually vote right there in the moment. Like a thing will pop up and it'll say, do you approve this or that? Now, what is the congregational meeting? For what is the purpose do we meet? Well, primarily it's to elect our officers. So officers have been nominated to elder and deacon, and then during this meeting we will elect them. And I'd really encourage you to show up, because even though we're doing it by Zoom, we still have to have a quorum of members, and I think that's 10%. And that is actually a good number given the way people are engaging or not engaging these days on social media. And I get it. I think I check Facebook a lot less now than I did a year ago. I check everything a lot less now than I did a year ago. Part of it is because I have to be on this side of the camera. But either way, I really encourage you, if you are a member of New Hope, to get the information for the Zoom meeting and to show up Sunday at 3 p.m. And also, I'd like you to show up on Sunday at 10 a.m. in person. So we are meeting in person, as you know, and we're carrying on virtually like we always have. We're pre-recording that, and we're meeting in person. And we are following the rules, frankly. I mean, we do a lot of liturgical reading now. Of course, there's a sermon, and all of the music is basically just two people playing very beautifully, but that's what's happening. And the words are above on the screen. Now, what's been interesting is the feedback we've gotten from that. Because if you would have asked me before, what would that be like? Or if we'd have done a survey of the congregation and said, what do you guys think it'll be like to worship but not sing? People would be like, oh, I don't want to do that. Well, it's actually been quite a blessing. It's in a sense that God has us in this quiet time. It's very meditative. You're listening to beautiful music, and you're actually contemplating the words without actually just sort of singing them mindlessly. And so now, is it the goal to always be doing this? Of course not. I mean, I wish that next week we could just say, okay, all the restrictions are over, everything is gone. And you know what? Who knows? They might be. I mean, miraculously, since yesterday, suddenly the numbers are looking a lot better for COVID. So what do you know? Hopefully that will happen. This week, as far as the sermon, we are continuing in our series on the Jesus Study Bible. And this week it is also from the Sermon on the Mount. And the title of the sermon is The Singer. And it basically is about the fact that no matter what, it seems like is happening in the world, just as God feeds and clothes the sparrows, that he will take care of us as well. I think there's a line in there, if I remember, you never see a sparrow with a suitcase. And so at the end of the day, I know in our congregation, at least, probably half of you are very upset by the presidential results, half of you are excited, and another half of you are just ambivalent. I realize I just said three halves, but I meant to, right? Because it's just that kind of confusing time. And so at the end of the day, remember this: Jesus is still the king. He's still on the throne, and the king's heart runs like a river in the hand of God, that God directs the king's heart. And so is Joe Biden a king? No. But nonetheless, you get the idea. So I look forward to seeing you this weekend, and I pray that things go well with you. Have a great week. Pastor Tommy, out.